Hello and welcome to today's video, which is an update for my using my eyeshadow palettes project pan. This is a project pan I created where it's a shop my stash type of project. I'm picking 4 palettes at a time, using each palette 20 times and then rolling it out, picking a new one. It's just a way for me to rotate through my palette collection because I do have a lot. I did post an eyeshadow palette collection video recently. If you saw that, I have a lot of palettes. Something else I've decided for this year is that I will no longer be trying to hit pan on any eyeshadows except for my Pan That palette. And that is gonna really take a lot of pressure off of me. So I'm only gonna do my Pan That palette. And then the only other projects with eyeshadow palettes will be these usage style projects. So I'm doing this one, the Using My Eyeshadow Palettes, project 10 uses and a project 100 uses. Those will be continuing, but I'm not gonna try to hit pan on any other eyeshadows. And I'm really happy about that because last year I got really overwhelmed. I think I was doing a bit too many project pans. So I'm really happy about this one. This is purely just using my eyeshadow palettes, getting great use out of them and really enjoying them. I did get to 20 uses on 3 of the palettes. One of them will be staying in, but that means I'll be picking 3 new palettes. So let's get into it. The one palette that I did not get to 20 uses on is the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves, and I have used this 12 times. I really love this palette, and I've talked about how much I love this Dose of Colors formula. It's really good. I have used this color a lot, and I feel like there's a pretty good dip going on that. I mean, it would be cool to hit pan in this project. Again, I'm not trying to hit pan, but if I did, that would be pretty cool. I don't know, we'll see. My main priority is to use the palettes, and I do want to use a variety of the shades. So I have used all the shades in here, and that is definitely a goal to try to use most, if not all of the shades in each palette. All right, so 3 of them I did get to 20 uses on. This one was another Dose of Colors. This is the Baked Browns. This was pretty easy to use with other palettes because, you know, it's just 5 very neutral shades. You can pull this into almost any look. You know, I could use any of the browns in the crease. You could use this on the lower lash line or outer corner. This one could be a brow bone highlight for me. So this one was pretty easy to use in conjunction with other palettes. Again, I love this formula. You know, I maybe have a couple dips, maybe a little bit in this one, but not really. I don't think I'm really anywhere close to hitting pan. And again, I really wasn't focused on using the same shade over and over again, but love this formula and I'm really glad I used it. It's a bit of a Dose of Colors theme because another palette I had was this Dose of Colors palette, the Kission palette. And this obviously I did use 20 times as well, and this is a gorgeous palette. The mattes are so high quality and also the metallics are beautiful. I really enjoyed this. I will say there's one color I didn't get to use yet, which is kind of sad. That is this one here. So hopefully I'll use that at some point, but these over here I used several times. They are beautiful. This green, wow, stunning. These blues, gorgeous. These matte shades, fantastic. This is such a nice quality palette. I'm really happy that I did get this. I think I got it 50% off a few months ago. So yeah, this one is fantastic. All right, and the last palette was the Beautiful in Barcelona palette. This is great. And I think this I even used more than 20 times. I love this color story. I did recently rank my BH Cosmetics palettes and this is a good one. All of my BH Cosmetics palettes are fantastic because I love their formula. But yeah, this one is very enjoyable. I did reach more for the neutral shades and I use this one a lot to set my eyeshadow primer. As you can tell, there's actually a dip going in this one. This is a fantastic palette. I love the looks I've created with it. Oh, I was also very surprised by these 3 more mauve-y colors. They are beautiful. They're even more beautiful on the eyes than they look in the pan. So this palette was a surprise with how amazing it is. Really enjoyed it. I have chosen 3 new palettes to add into this, and these are all in my capsule collection. If you saw that, each month I'm gonna just be working out of my capsule, so very excited for that. The first one is this Charlotte Tilbury quad. This is the Bella Sophia. This is very beautiful, warm toned shimmers. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the Charlotte Tilbury formula. I've only used this palette twice and I got it at the Sephora VIB sale, so I'm really excited to put it in this project. I really want to get to know it a little bit better, and I want to become even more familiar with the Charlotte Tilbury formula, but it definitely has impressed me, I gotta say. And yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Next up is a palette that I've talked about a lot, being one of my least favorite palettes in my collection, and that is the Nabla Cutie. The quality on this is really, really good, but I just don't reach for it very much just because I think the color combo is just not super appealing to me. And I'm also not super into the mini palettes. I bought this January of 2020 and I haven't used it that much. I mean, I probably have used it like a good 10 to 15 times. And again, I like the formula, but I don't know, there's just something about this that I'm not that into. So I figure get some good use out of it and I can see how I really feel. I hope I'll fall in love with it. That would be the ideal turnout. We shall see, I'm not sure. I'm really trying to use some palettes that I've kind of considered decluttering. I did recently do that eyeshadow palette collection video where I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I don't know. This is one where I'd love to just see how I really feel. Maybe I'll truly fall in love with it, or maybe I'll decide to get rid of it. Not sure, we'll find out, but I'm excited. The last one is a newer palette. I got this at the Sephora VIB sale as well. It is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. I have heard amazing things about this formula, and I really wanted to try one of the Dominique Cosmetics palettes. I could not decide which one, but I did like a lot of research before I bought this one, and I just felt like this one would suit me the best. I've used it at this point maybe 4 or 5 times, and I have enjoyed the formula. These mattes are very easy to blend, and the shimmers are beautiful. I do think it's a little random that there's a blue and a purple when the rest are so neutral. I don't know, I'm kind of someone where like 1 or 2 pops of color in a palette, it's not my favorite. I'd rather have it be all colorful or maybe half colorful. I don't know, that's kind of random, but I have not used those 2 shades. It's a gorgeous palette though, and so far I am impressed with the formula, so I really want to get some more use out of it and also become much more familiar with the shades. That is it for this update. I'm very, very excited about this project because I really want to get to know my eyeshadow palettes. That's just a big goal that I have right now. And again, I'm only going to be trying to hit pan on my Pan That palette. I mean, if I happen to hit pan on other colors, great. But it's just not a goal that I'm setting. I would rather get to know my palettes, get use out of them. So I'll link my Project Pan playlist, my Pan That palette. I did introduce a new Pan That palette recently, so I'm very excited about that. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.